This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Rav Sherira Gaon authored a historical compendium of events with a special focus on the lives of the Gaonim that preceded him. And he writes in the year Tav Chav Beis, Rav Achai Braid Rabba Baravua, namely Rav Achai Gaon, passed away at a time of anger. 4 years later, he records the death of the Rav Tachna and Mar Zutra ben Rabbi Chanina. But this little addition that Rav Sherira Gaon adds, that Rav Achai Gaon died at a time of anger, is unusual. He doesn't mention such a detail by the death of any of the other Gaonim. Why does he mention this by the death of Rav Achai Gaon? So Rav Chanan Wasserman suggests that this is really based on a Gemara in Masechta Ksubas. The Gemara tells us that if somebody passes away on Erev Yom Kippur, it's a siman ra, it's a bad sign, as they left the world without gaining the kapara of Yom Kippur. On the other hand, if someone passes away Matzah Yom Kippur, it's a good sign because they're able to leave the world having gained the atonement of Yom Kippur. But the shaila is, what if somebody passes away on Yom Kippur? That Rabbi Chanan says is a machlokes Rishonim. If we say Yom Kippur atones incrementally, so someone who passes away on Yom Kippur gains a degree of atonement, and it's a siman tov. However, some Rishonim learn that the kapara of Yom Kippur does not occur until the end of the day. And in that case, if somebody passes away on Yom Kippur, it's a siman ra. Says Rabbi Chanan, Rav Sherira Gaon held, like the Rishonim, that Yom Kippur is only mechaper b'soif hayom. And in that case, to write that Rav Achai Gaon died on Yom Kippur is a pegam in his kavod, because then it would come out, it's a siman ra loy. Therefore, he wrote that he died at a time of anger, as zaf, so to speak, protect his honor, protect his dignity, that it wasn't, it is not demeaning to his honor personally, but rather the time in general was a time of charoin af. With this, we could possibly explain the death of Rabbi Akiva on Yom Kippur as well, even though we've explained in a recent shiur that part of the simcha of Yom Kippur, it's the death of Rabbi Akiva, and it's the day that the Torah was engraved on the hearts of Klal Yisrael. But nevertheless, according to what we're saying now, Rabbi Akiva also died at a time of charoin af. He died at the time of the decrees of the Romans, Dasar Haruge Malchus. So Rabbi Akiva to die on Yom Kippur, also we could say it was not a pegam in his kavod, but rather in general it was a time of zaf, as it was in the time of Rabbi Achai, and therefore for Rabbi Akiva it was not a siman ra. But we learn is that in general the kapara of Yom Kippur happens b'soif hayom. We should all be zoicha to have the opportunity to experience the entirety of Yom Kippur and be zoicha to the great kapara and great sicho mechila. Wishing everyone a gemar chasima tova.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.